Good evening, dear friends. So, on our YouTube Almanac today, we will discuss the principles and postulates of proper walking. How do you walk so that your feet kiss the ground, and at the same time so that the ground kisses your feet, and at the same time so that nothing hurts? And all the questions about how to place your foot like this or like that or on the heel. For example, to walk differently or avoid a certain path. We'll figure this out together now. So how should you walk correctly? Everyone is concerned about this because all of us, in one way or another, have either tried walking, plan to walk, or are walking right now. We encounter walking all the time, but everyone walks differently. Some people turn their feet outward, some inward, some lean to the side. There are arguments. One says, I walk correctly, another insists, no, I do. They fight with each other, injure each other, knock each other out. But I finally intervened in this argument. And I will show you how to walk correctly right now, specifically for you, and what the reason for your incorrect walking is. Today, you will find out authority and finally be satisfied. Finally, you'll say, thank you so much, subscribe, and as usual, leave a couple of likes.
Hi guys. The doctor recommended me a great blood pressure monitor. Easy to use at home, accurate, and reliable.
And now we come directly to the step itself, directly to the most important movement of a bipedal human, thanks to the fact that it was our ancestors who once stood up from their knees and stopped running on all fours. We, at this moment, can use our hands for various purposes. To count money, to scratch ourselves, to write letters, and to use our hands for various other crafts and handiwork. We can clap, pat, and do various other things. We can also hold a spoon. All right, we don't need any unnecessary talk. Now, we're going on a journey into the world of proper walking. We are such highly developed beings that not only have we learned to walk on two legs, but we've also learned to do it in different ways. And now there's a misunderstanding between us, who among us walks more correctly. Several options exist. One of the incorrect ways, as considered by most people, is when the foot turns outward. Many are concerned that their feet are turned outward, sometimes both feet, and sometimes one more than the other. And many people try to turn their foot so that it faces forward because they realize that something is wrong. First of all, it doesn't look very nice. And secondly, it causes some discomfort. At first, just aesthetic, but then pain starts in the knees and lower back. That's why you want to somehow change your walk dynamic. Why does this happen? Well, first of all, a person tries to turn their foot back and place it so that the toes are pointing forward, but not everyone can do it. After some time, he will notice again that his foot turns outward. You need to look higher, shift your gaze from his feet to the torso, to his torso. And here, what do we see? This is the picture we get while walking. Why does his foot turn outward? What makes his foot turn outward? Look, the magic of movement, how it happens. Watch the hand first, right here, right here. Our hands make certain movements while walking. In a person whose foot is turned outward, this movement happened because during the step, while shifting the body weight onto the front leg, his torso leaned over here to the side. Therefore, if his foot were in the usual position with the toes pointing forward, he would lose his balance. And to avoid losing balance, he has to turn his foot outward. So the primary thing is this tilt and the foot is just adapting to what's happening above. Now, we need to understand why this tilt happened and what we can do to prevent it. First, we need to pay attention to the movement of the arm. Very often, this tilt to the side with each step is accompanied by the movement of the front arm, which ends up in front toward the center, like this. That is, during the step, the arm can make several types of movements. It might not do anything at all, or it might move toward the center. Over here, like this, it can move forward, or it can move over here. Do it however you want. Over here, here, over here, here. It can turn its backside forward at this moment and also move in all three of these directions. It can turn its palm forward like this. You can even move like this. You can do all of this. The question is, will you be doing this while taking a step? No person in their right mind, of course, would walk like this. Where have you seen a person like that? Maybe you've seen one somewhere, but they don't come across that often, such gentlemen. Here we are dealing with serious matters, and that's why our task is to walk, kind of use it for health, but at the same time without causing smirks or different reactions from people around us. People are serious, because that's why they gathered here. So look, our task while stepping is, without losing balance, to move in an energy efficient way, but at the same time also look authoritative enough. We're all trying our best. So what should the movement of the hand be like? It should be quite majestic, unhurried, and without excessive turning, like this. The back of the hand shouldn't be facing forward. Ideally, the thumb should be pointing forward, or with just a slight turn, like this, like that. At the same time, you see the turn of the torso. You'll have that too. What ensures the turn of the torso is also the second hand, which, look, can also do this. E. Here are three directions of movement. It can go here, it can go here, or it can go here. It depends on the flexibility of the shoulder joint and its mobility. But if we want to get rid of this side-to-side tilt, we need to replace it with something else, because our spine can't remain completely immobile. If we start moving, everything will move. So we should replace this tilt of the body with a rotation. But at the same time, the rotation shouldn't be too extreme. It should look natural. And why do we need it? It's to make moving the leg easier. What's the hardest part of the step? Which movement? What's the hardest part of the step? Here is the leg. When it's left behind, now bringing it forward to here is the most difficult movement. At the same time, we're still standing on just one supporting leg, and here, if we help ourselves with this turn, then we don't lose our balance, you see. And now the movement of the arms matters, their trajectory. This arm shouldn't get in the way. Since the leg is moving forward, the arm should match that as well. You see, the arm and the leg, they should move along the same line, parallel to each other without crossing. That means if the leg moves forward, but this arm does too. You see, they are parallel. How parallel are they? What do you think? Are they absolutely parallel? Is there a degree of parallelism? If anyone knows, if anyone is good at arithmetic or geometry, write in the comments right now how parallel are they, and is it possible for them to be more parallel than they are now? If it's possible, try to achieve that. That's it.
Hi guys. The doctor recommended me a great blood pressure monitor. Easy to use at home, accurate, and reliable.
But basically, if you maintain your balance, that's enough. So, look, my arm and leg move along mutually parallel lines. There are such lines. Has anyone seen them? Here they are. They ended up right here. Two lines. They won't intersect. Maybe far away, somewhere out there. Even after 150 kilometers, if you draw them, they still won't intersect even once, because parallelism is ensured by this synchronized movement. If you didn't know this, now you do. This backhand, what does it do? It's not idle either. It ensures that if this hand and the leg move together, what do they give me? The ability to move forward regardless of obstacles. Look, now I'll show you the wrong way. If the hand goes inside here, here it goes inside, right here, but the leg still goes forward. And this is what you get here. These two forces, Newton's, Einstein bars, you need to know a bit of physics. Who has forgotten it? These two forces, they don't go in the same direction, you see? Not in the same direction. Force applies differently to you. And it turns out you are fighting against yourself. You are resisting yourself. You can't even understand what you want. Your upper body moves this way. It goes to the right while your leg goes forward. What do you expect? You lean like that, so that's what happens. So your head gets confused. It's supposed to be here, but it's off to the side, like, what's happening? How do you make the next move from this position? Barely straightened up, started the step again, and now the arm goes one way, the leg goes the other way. Who controls all of this? Is it the brain or not? It's unclear who is your leader in this case. Is it you yourself, or do you obey someone else? Do you follow someone? To be continued, who thinks more deeply. They now understand what we're doing right now. Here's your step. It seems like you knew how to do it from birth, but you couldn't walk from birth. When you were born, time passed. And when the time came, you stood up and walked, and it was as if you learned to walk. How old were you then? For some 1 year, for others 5. However, none of my own in the audience are 1 year old. I'm joking. Everyone likely learned on time. So look, you learned this at 5 years old. Do you think everything is perfect? No, now it's time to make it perfect. Now the backhand. What can it do? It's not idle either. You need it to maintain balance and to make it easier to move your leg forward. This one goes forward, so it was behind, and now what does the hand do? You see, it's like a ball, a soccer ball. Imagine yourself as a soccer player. A penalty, a decisive one, you need to score. There's a soccer ball in front of you. What do? You run up to it, you swing your arm like this, right? And then hop like this. What does your arm do? It goes back. You kick, of course you miss, but your arm, this one, goes back at that moment as it moves. You see, why? To make it easier. Or, for example, if you've ever hit someone with low kicks, this arm too, it goes back like this. Remember how you were hit with low kicks? Did you notice his arm? It always went back here, like this, all the time. Ha 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 ha. That's why. That's why this arm, it's just hanging there, not doing anything. It's more serious. Be a little more serious. This is all about the biomechanics of movement. It's no laughing matter. This arm gives you an advantage. It helps you. It makes a balancing movement. See, if I take my arm away, I won't fall, of course, but I'll lose my balance. That's why. Look, now we've come to the step movement. We're improving the step movement by regulating the movement of the arms. Why through the arms? Why do we do this? Because your arms are what obey you the most. You can do amazing things with your hand, but of course, don't overdo it. You know best what's happening with you. But you are gradually working towards this. So now your front hand in your step, what does it do? It takes this position. During the step, it points forward with the thumb and moves parallel to the leg. Why aren't we touching the legs yet? Because you should first learn to control your hands. The legs are too far from your step control center for now. That's why we start with the hands first, and then we'll get to the legs. God willing, of course. This is what you should master first. Here's the back hand. What does it do during the step? What do? We straighten it. And now, along what trajectory will it move for us? So that it matches the turn, so that this movement is parallel to the front hand. Look where it ended up. It turns out it's going a little this way, like this. That is to make the step movement easier for you. Ilm. This hand and leg, they will go parallel to each other. Ilm. And this hand goes a bit to the side, you see, like this. It's okay, yes. Amazing, really amazing. So this is it. And it's exactly this movement of the arms, you see, that gives me stability. Have you ever seen someone so steady on one leg? Has anyone ever done this in front of you? Take a close look, it's only because of the arms. Right now, all my stability is provided by my arms. I can even turn my head back and forth. I don't lose my balance right away. So, friends, what's the point of this whole story? It was happening to us. It happened. The importance of the step. Do I need to explain to you why you need to walk in a certain way? So that your joints and spines don't wear out and so you don't get tired and everything works properly for you. Well, you know that yourself. Thank you. That's why the first step is to watch your arm movement while walking. I'll show you one of the specialized exercises. Now, those were the principles. And now you'll be able to watch your arm movement. But you can also do a special exercise while walking. That will teach you how to make this turn and add the correct arm movement to your step. And also, whoever learns to walk correctly. Don't be shy in the comments. Send your photos of proper walking and share your impressions. Also, so friends, to learn how to walk correctly, you need to have a roller like this. You will place it on your sacrum area, pressing it between the wall and your pelvis. And now, start turning your torso to one side and then the other. And here, look, your pelvis doesn't move because the roller is between the wall and your pelvis. So you'll have to turn with your torso, but at the same time, make sure your head doesn't turn like this along with your shoulders. This will also be difficult for you at first. And with your hand, your task is to reach this roller, make a turn, and touch it with this part. One turn back, one back, return to the starting position. And from the other side, from one side and from the other side, your task is to turn around and reach the forearm roller. And alternately, from one side and the other, from one side and the other. You do this by turning your shoulder. What is this for? So that your shoulder movement is independent from your pelvis. So that you learn not to turn your whole body like this, but to rotate your upper body while keeping your pelvis in place. This is the first exercise. And the second one. Now you hold the roller like this, pressing it between the back of your head and the wall. Again, just like this, you press it. You did it carefully enough. If it doesn't fall, that means everything is fine. And we do the same turns. But here, you don't have to watch your pelvis as much. Let it turn a little. That's okay. The most important thing is to keep your head in place. What is this for? It's so you get used to keeping your head in a steady position. So it doesn't turn to the side like you're used to when you walk. At first, it might be a bit uncomfortable for some people too. Add the arm movement to this. Reach your hand toward the wall. Turns out you need to practice the step this way, without stepping. Practice the step while standing still. And the first thing you learned is to turn your torso while keeping your head and pelvis in the same place. And this will give you a unique opportunity to use this movement already during the step. And if you were worried about this leg rotation, after these manipulations it will decrease.
Hi guys. The doctor recommended me a great blood pressure monitor. Easy to use at home, accurate, and reliable.
Well, I see that many of you want to try it. I won't stop you. I won't hold you back. Run outside, put on your shorts and sandals while the weather is good. Before that, do this exercise and please walk for your health. You can also write about your progress in the comments, what achievements you have made. See you in the next episodes of Subtitles.